Hi, I'm John White from GWFinancialCoaching.com, and today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite subject, getting and staying out of debt. And if you know anything about me, you know that I want you to be debt-free as much as anyone out there, because I know that the benefit that provides not only to your financial life, but to your overall well-being in life as well. And if you're in that situation, you're trying to get out of debt, you're going to be asking the question, John, which way is the best? If you go on the internet, there's several ways people recommend the paying off your debt, but what do you recommend is the best way to pay off your debt? And it's true, there's a lot of different kinds of options that pay off your debt. There's a debt avalanche, which is where you list all of your debts by interest rate and you start making all the minimum payments on all your debt, but then you put any extra money you have onto this one with the highest interest rate, and that will ultimately mathematically save you more money in the long run. There's also the option of paying off the debt with the largest payment and putting all your focus on that debt. Once you knock that debt out, you'll have freed up a ton of cash flow in your monthly budget, and it will give you some room to breathe to pay off your other debts. And there's also the debt snowball, where you list all your debts smallest to largest, you make minimum payments on everything, and then you put any extra not on the highest interest rate but on the smallest debt. And the thought behind that is if you do that method, you'll start to knock out some of these smaller debts, and you'll start to build some momentum with paying off your debt, and that will carry you forward until you get to the last debt and ultimately become debt free. Now, when I coach with people on getting out of debt and paying off all of their consumer debt, I recommend using the debt snowball. Now, it's not technically the most mathematical way, but I found that when people do the debt snowball, they're more likely to stick with it, stay motivated, and ultimately pay more on their debt and actually save more money in the long run. But ultimately, what is the best way for you to pay off your debt? Well, whatever method is going to keep you motivated to make extra payments. Yes, extra payments. That's the key. See, sometimes we get all into this thinking of what method is the best, and we actually don't put any money extra on our debt, and that's just going to keep it lingered on. See, if you have $10,000 in debt, to become debt-free, it doesn't matter what method you choose. You need to make $10,000 worth of payments to clear that debt. So ultimately, if you're a mathematical person, probably going to be doing the debt avalanche. Is that just going to keep you motivated to pay off your debt? If you're someone who likes to get little small wins and build momentum, and that carries you through, then the debt snowball is going to be for you. But ultimately, the best way to pay off debt is to make extra payments. That's the only way that you can get out of debt. Now, if you look at your debt load and you think, wow, John, that seems very overwhelming. Well, it might be, but you have to start somewhere. It's like I tell people, the old adage is, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it at one bite at a time. And that's how you pay off your debt, one payment at a time. I'm John White. Thanks for checking us out today at GWFinancialCoaching.com.